I think our arms have had a rest. Let's go to the other side. We just did left foot forwards, right foot back. We're going to do right foot forwards, left foot back. Okay, so press that heel down on that left foot that's behind you. Keep the right knee flexed. Hands are coming to our side again. We're getting a stretch through the back of the calf, nice and stable base of support. Tapping up those calves above our head, bring the elbows wide, coming down to the sides. Excellent. Back up above the heads again, wide elbows down to the side. 2 and 3. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep going. Exhale up, inhale down. Halfway, last 5. 5 and down, and 4 and down, and 3 and down, and 2 and down, and 1 and down. Okay, well done. Rest the arms down. Now this one I was trying to teach you before. Think about if you were starting a pulley from a lawnmower. Yep, so if you had a pull cord on a lawnmower, you need to keep your feet underneath your shoulders, or need to bend in the middle, drop your hands down by your side, and then imagine your hands, you're pulling that cord up and the elbows come up by your side. That's it. Yep, Elizabeth, that's perfect. Francis, good. Draw those elbows up. Well done. So we're working on the backs of the arms. Draw the elbows up, triceps. That's it. Yep, perfect. Good stuff. Keep those elbows coming into your rib cage. Weights go forwards. Well done. Connect that pubic bone to your tummy button. Keep your back nice and stable. You're taking weight away from your spine and bringing the weight to your spine. Last 3. 3. Well done, Gaynor. That looks good. Sarah, great. 2, 1. Well done. Slowly come up. Pubic bone to tummy button. Brilliant. And this is where we can put our hands down. And we're going to come into our roll down. And I will look and see how many people have actually gone on to 4-point kneeling after your roll down. Pop your ball nearby, and who's on their back, because I'm not sure with the group whether most people are going to be on their back. All right, so just do a couple of roll downs, starting and standing, crown of the head up to the ceiling, drop those shoulders forwards, drop your chin to your chest, and just start to roll that spine down. Well done. Let those fingers just sort of drape above the floor. Bend the knees if you need to. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, stay nice and heavy, and start to curl your back up again. Well done. If you don't like doing it standing, just sit in a chair and just bend forwards towards the floor. One more, and then you can decide from here if you're going into 4-point kneeling or you're going to get yourself onto your back, onto the floor. Good. And just hang, and then slowly start to come back up again. I will look and see whether people are going into hands and knees or onto your backs, and then I will decide whether what we're doing. Okay, right, we've got John on his Hands and knees, good. Okay, right. If you're on your hands and knees, you're going to do your cat stretch, your cow stretch, and into child's pose. And you can go through that sequence a few times. If you're on your back, you need to bring one knee into your chest, two knees into your chest, let the other knee go. Okay? And this is where everyone disappears and I get to see the nice pictures on your walls. I can't do it. Right, Julian, like I think we'll leave. Gainer. Oh, Gainer, you're having a go on your hands. Back, well done. Okay. Right, John, and anyone that's on hands and knees, your movement to start with is going to be bringing your knee to your nose and then taking the leg out behind you, nice and long. Okay, so you're going to bring your knee to your nose and extend your leg out behind you. Okay, and you can do 6 on one side and 6 on the other. You're on your backs. Bring your right knee into your chest. Keep the left foot on the mat. And then switch your grip. Just rest the hands behind the back of the thigh and point your leg up towards, toes up towards the ceiling. Bring your knee into your chest on the right side. Switch your grip. Point the toes to the ceiling. Knee into your chest. Point the toes up to the ceiling. That's 3. Knee into your chest. Up to the ceiling. 4. Knee into the chest. Leg nice and straight. 5. Knee into the chest. And 6. Well done. Place the right foot down. You're on your back. Repeat that on the left hand side. So the left knee gets the hug. And then you switch your grip to rest at the back of the thigh. And leg goes straight up. Then you bring your left knee back in. And then change your grip. And the leg goes straight up. Okay. Keep going on your back. John, that looks good. That's it. Nice and long. Okay. Yep. Well done, Elizabeth. John, your next move, and anyone else that's on hands and knees that I can't see, is to do some hip circles. So you're going to imagine that your left knee has a pen on it and you are drawing a circle on the mat or the floor. So you're going to just draw circles, getting gradually bigger with your left knee to start with. Anti-clockwise and then clockwise. And then when you've done some circles on the left, switch to the right. For those of you on your back, we're going to do the same, but our circles are going to be with our toes. So nice and short circles to start with. Maybe pop the right leg up in the air. Nice small circles on the ceiling or the wall. And then just gradually make those circles a little bit bigger. You can bend the knee if that's easier. Doesn't matter. But your circle is coming from your foot, your big toe. Anyone on hands and knees, the circle is being drawn with your knee. Let's change direction. And just make it a little bit bigger. Ooh. And then start to make the circle a little bit smaller again, those with your legs in the air, until you come back to a little dot Bend that knee and place your foot onto the mat. Anyone in hands and knees, just do a few more hip circles back to the other side until we catch up. On the back, left leg up, bend the knee if that's easier. And your left big toe is drawing a circle in the air. Starting off quite small and just gradually drawing the circle a little bit bigger. Nice and slowly. And now it's time to change direction. Good, nice big circles in the air. And gradually slowing the size, decreasing the size of the circles. Decrease the size of the circles until you come back to the center, bend that knee and place it down on the mat. Okay, time for everyone to be on their back. So John, anybody else? Pop yourself, flip over onto the mat, please. And we're going to start with some spine curls. So curling that tailbone, pressing your feet down into the mat and starting very gently just to lift the hips. Don't lift all the way on the first one. Curl yourself back down again. Gently lower the back and just have like a small arch, just enough for marble to run through under your back. Yeah, or maybe a bit bigger than marble, but not too big. And then tuck your tailbone in again, press down through your feet and start to lift up the back, lengthen through your thigh bones, start to lift the hips a bit more. And then slowly come back down again. Well done. Back up again, this time full hip height, whatever's full hip height for you. So bridging, lengthening your thigh bones, keeping your feet flat on the floor, using your bottom muscles, and hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and peel back down again. Let's try 5 repetitions of a 3-second hold. So we're going to curl the back, press the feet into the mat, keep visualizing one vertebra after another coming off your mat until you're in that bridge position. Now check the length of your thigh bones are nice and long. Relax your breastbone, hold it there, and then start to come back down again. One vertebra after another, coming in touch with the mat. Excellent. Take a breath in. Exhale, start to peel back up again. Good, one by one, coming up, and then lengthening those thigh bones, melting your breastbone, staying nice and soft through your chest. And then coming back down again. Have a breather for a repetition if you're getting tired and wait for us to catch up. But if you're okay, move on to your next rep. So curling up the tailbone, peeling off the vertebra by vertebra, lifting up those hips, lengthening your thigh bones, keeping the feet flat. Make sure your big toes and your heels are in touch with the mat. And then come back down. And we've got one more to do. That's it. Lifting up. Good, hold it there. And then slowly lower. Back down again. Okay, bring your feet together. So your heels are touching, or your ankle bones and your big toes are touching. Your knees are touching together. And we're going to take both knees over to the right hand side. So keep the knees together and allow your left foot to lift off the floor, and it just stays stacked on top of your right. Okay, so legs are going to one side and your gaze is straight up at the ceiling. Make sure for this bit, your pubic bone to your tummy button is engaged. Gently squeeze the heels and the knees together. Come back through the center and over to the left-hand side. Gaze stays up at the ceiling. Okay. Back through that center again. If you'd like a slightly stronger stretch, just be careful with this. If you're happy with that stretch, just move over to your right-hand side again. If you want a slightly stronger stretch through your back, cross your right knee over your left and take the left leg down towards that right-hand side. And that will just rotate your back a little bit higher up and a little bit further. Otherwise, just keep the knees together. When you're ready, pubic bone to tummy button, back through the center, uncross the knees if you've crossed them, cross the left over the right, and take both legs over to the left-hand side. Come back through the center. Well done. And just give both your knees a hug. And we're going to come onto our side. We didn't do any work on our side last week, so we're going to come onto the side. So come onto your favored side if you have a favored side. If you don't mind, doesn't matter, come onto one side. Okay, well done everyone. Rest yourself down. And I'd like your thigh bones coming straight out from your hips and the front of your shins running straight down the front of the mat. So there's a right angle at the knees and your thigh bones are coming straight out from your hips. Okay, now we're going to float up the top leg. So floating up your knee, floating up your heel directly above each other. You're opening up the inside of that inner thigh and then float back down again. Okay, good. Float back up again and back down. I'd like you to imagine there's a plumb line between your knees and a plumb line between your heels. So the distance between the heels and the knees stays the same and they stay straight above each other. That makes sense? And you should be feeling this working in the side of your bottom in here. Okay. And down. Up and down. Well done. 5 more to go. 5. 4. 3. 2. If you've got a bit of a still left in that muscle, hold the last repetition up there. Nice and wide, nice and open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And rest that leg down. Good. Okay, straighten that top leg. So you're pressing your heel away from you. So the top leg is nice and straight. Imagine you're pushing through the bottom of your heel. And now you're going to lift that leg up, keeping it straight. and take it back to hip height. So often use the cue, think about having chalk on your heel and that you are rubbing that chalk up and down a wall behind you. And that means you shouldn't let the leg drift forwards. Hold on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, 12. Now bring that leg forwards and backwards, as if you're polishing a low coffee table with your foot. Forwards and backwards. Well done. Forwards and backwards. Excellent. Forwards and backwards. Last 5. 5 and back. 4 and back. Try pointing your toes as you take the foot back. Pull the toes up as you come forwards. Point the toes and take the leg behind you. Last 2. Pull the toes up and come forwards. Point the toes as the leg goes behind you. Last 1. Pull the toes up and forwards. Point the toes as the leg goes behind you. Well done, as far behind you as you can, and then rest down. Good. Bring those legs back on top of each other. Just massage your hip or your bottom if you need to. And we need to flip over to the other side. If you don't like lying on the other side, you can go back onto your back, or you can prop yourself up a little bit. Okay, if you're happy to go onto your other side, set yourself up with your thigh bones coming straight out of your hips, your shins in line with the mat, so they're going straight down. Thinking about that plumb line between your knees and your heels, and lifting the top knee up and straight back down. Distance between your knees and the distance between your heels, you're aiming to keep the same. Okay, keep going, guys. I'm just looking to see what people are doing. Oh yeah, excellent. Okay, great. Yep. That looks good, Elizabeth. Good, Sarah. And Jill and John. Sarah, try not to let your heel drift too high. Keep it in line with your knee. So lift your knee a little bit higher. That's it. Excellent. Okay, we got last 3, should be working around the side of the bottom there. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there if you've got a bit of oomph left in your muscle. Keep it nice and open. Don't let the heel drop. Don't let the knee drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And lower down. Next comes the long lever. Excuse me. So straighten that top leg. Imagine that heel is being lengthened and pressed away from you. Lift that leg up, weight of the legs coming up and lowering back to hip height. So you're drawing that line on that chalkboard with your heel behind you. So you're sliding that heel up and down a chalkboard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now at hip height, the leg comes forward. And then point our toes, take the leg behind us. Well done. Tap that imaginary wall behind you. Pull the toes up. Take the leg forwards. Point the toes. And tap that imaginary wall behind us. Pull the leg forwards. Point the toes. Tap that leg behind you. That's 3. Last 7. Forwards. And back. Forwards. And back. Well done. Forwards. Back. Tap that wall behind you. Forwards. Tap that wall. Last 3. 3. And tap back. And 2. And tap back. Last 1. And tap back. Well done. Bend the knee. Float it back over your knee and your heel. And rest that leg down. Okay, back onto your back. Just to cool down. Pop your arms out to the sides, like wings. Feet are together, knees are together. Just check your gaze is straight up at the ceiling. And the crown of the head is nice and long. Your breastbone is soft. And we're just going to take small knees to the side, to the right-hand side. Don't let them flop all the way to the floor. Bring them back through the center. Take the knees off to the left-hand side. Not flopping to the floor. We're going between, if your knees down the middle is midday, we're going between 2 o'clock when they're off to the right and 10 o'clock when they're off to the left. Just slow your breathing down. Now come back to the center. Take your right knee into your chest. Take your left knee into your chest. So both the knees are in together. And just move slightly side to side. Just rolling very slightly side to side. Pop the right foot down. Keep that left knee hugged in. And then pop the left foot down. Well done. Couple of pelvic tilts and then we finish. So just roll that pelvis, lifting up that tailbone, and then slight small arch in your lower back. Curl up that pelvis again. Slight small arch in your lower back. Okay. And then just come to a rest, come to a stop. And when you're ready, you can either see if you can bring yourself up by working your hands along the back of your thighs, or just bring yourself up from sitting. Okay. I'm really sorry about the technical side and not being able to hear me all the way through the class there. I'm not quite sure why that was. But anyway, I hope you feel a bit better for having done it this morning. And I will think of something else for next week. And have a nice weekend. Enjoy the sunshine, maybe. Nice day for a walk. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye.